Hi, my love, beautiful souls. It's Mystic Rose 1111, back with the truth, bringing dark into light. This is a channel message, not a personal message. Okay, so you guys, I'm hearing somebody screwed up royally. Like, they screwed up big time. Like, majorly. Like, big majorly. I'm hearing that they're going to be dealing with some serious consequences. Okay, I heard medic, so like a paramedic, EMT, firefighter. I heard paralegal, or like a attorney, a nurse, someone that can practice. They may have a license or practice law, something to do with the license. Okay, they're going to end up losing their license. They're going to end up losing their something about law firm. Okay, because they screwed up. Somebody did not follow the policy procedure. And why I'm hearing someone like this too, it could be an officer too, like a police officer, someone that took an oath to protect, to serve, and help the community. Okay, to help the community. I know attorneys, I don't know if they take an oath to protect, to serve, whatever, but they have a license to practice, so they can't be breaking any laws. So whoever this person that screwed up royalty, I'm hearing royalty, somebody royalty, but screwed up big time, majorly. Again, like serious consequences. They could have tried to cover their tracks, or try to cover something up, and it's not going to look good. It's not going to look good at all. There could have been a nurse that gave the person the wrong medication, or a medic that did not do something properly. Okay, they didn't look. I'm seeing something about, okay, if this is a nurse situation or a paramedic or a firefighter, I'm seeing somebody had like some kind of had some kind of allergic, they have allergies or something, and they may wear like a bracelet or a necklace or a ring or whatever, or some kind of ID card saying that they're allergic to something. Someone could be allergic to an EpiPen, and which is really weird, because EpiPens are the ones that help you with your allergic reaction. They're allergic to something, okay? Allergic to some kind of medicine, and they did not see, or they did not check the person before doing the procedure or protocol. And then I'm hearing with a nurse, there could have been a nurse that gave the wrong meds to the wrong person, and somebody could end up having a seizure, okay, or end up in the hospital, okay? And that could be why they could end up losing their license to practice, okay? Because they gave the wrong med to the wrong person. You guys, I'm getting several different situations here with several different people, okay? That's happening, okay? Overall, somebody screwed up majorly, and they're having some serious consequences. With someone, they may end up getting charged with a criminal offense. Okay, they may get charged with a criminal offense because what they were involved in. Okay, what they did. Okay, they didn't follow the policy procedure. They didn't follow the protocol before they took action into some kind of situation. If it is an officer or attorney, they didn't do it by the books. They broke the law. Okay, they didn't follow something that they were supposed to be following. Okay, and again, an officer is supposed to, they take an oath to protect, to serve, okay, not to hurt anybody, helping the community, giving back to the community. Someone was trying to cover something up for a family member, okay? So I'm seeing an officer now, seeing officers that could have pulled somebody over, or like went somewhere, and it was a sibling or a family member that was involved in drinking and driving, or involved in something, and then chose to try to cover it up and like put it under the book, sweep it under the rug and let them walk off, and then they committed another crime, and then they got caught again with something. So they don't want people to know. They're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed. There could also be a nurse that could be losing their license, or a doctor could be losing their license because they're prescribing medications to people that shouldn't be having them, okay? And when the serious consequence that I was hearing, the serious consequence would be them getting charged, okay? Getting charged and having to go in front of a judge and go to court. They could end up having a criminal record, okay? And losing their license, paying a fine, have to do some jail time, prison time. I'm hearing having to do community service. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody of authority, someone that had, they had a good job. Somebody has a really good job, okay? They went to school, okay? Because even if it's a paramedic, firefighter, nurse, doctor, lawyer, officer, whoever these individuals are, they went to school. They had some kind of schooling, okay? They had some kind of schooling, some kind of certificate, some kind of degree, okay? To practice something, to be part of something, to, you know, help someone, and they broke that, okay? They broke that. They broke the policy procedure. Okay, so I'm hearing discipline action, okay? Something about discipline action. So they could be going in front of a disciplinary hearing, okay, with their company. Someone's not going to be able to practice law anymore, okay? Someone's not going to be able to practice law anymore, and they're going to also be doing some time. They thought because they're an attorney, or they thought because they practice law that they can get away with it because they know the law, so they know how to, like, cover something up. This is them abusing their power, okay? That's what I heard. This is them abusing their power. And there's a nurse that decided to start selling meds, okay? Or meds come disappearing. Because I just heard he has some kind of problem. Okay, she may have some kind of problem, or is trying to cover something for someone else and trying to make some kind of money. The numbers ain't adding up, the count ain't adding up. It started off like a oops, okay, one time, and then it even started to escalate. Sorry about the wind, it literally just picked up. Wow. It's probably gonna be hard. Should I walk backwards? Hey, something's going backwards. Someone could be driving backwards too. Wow. Yeah, this is hard to walk backwards. Too hard. You know, this could have been somebody drinking and driving too, you know what I mean? Going down the wrong side of the road. Thinking that, you know, they weren't going to get caught, and then they end up getting caught, getting in an accident, or getting pulled over. Because I just seen somebody not having brake lights. Somebody's brake lights are out, and they were intoxicated or under the influence of something. They could smell the alcohol over the person. Someone had little shot bottles of alcohol in the car or the purse. Wow. This is what kind of makes me sick, is people that think that they can go to college, get a degree, think they have some kind of higher ranking, higher authority because they have this background in college, and like they have a degree, and they think they're high and mighty, that they will never get away with, or they'll get away with it. They can do what they want. That's what makes me sick. That's what makes me irritated and disgusted by people that are like that, because, you know, oh yeah, because you went to college, you had money, or you didn't do this, and you think you can just do that because you're an attorney, or you're an officer, you're a nurse, or a doctor, and you think you get away with it. Like, you think you're above the law, and they're not. They're not. But then they want to look down at people that don't have any college degrees and don't have, you know, is not a doctor. That's what's sad, because these individuals that always, like attorneys, cops, doctors, you know, nurses, they're not all nurses, guys. I know a lot of nurses that are really good, and they're really good at their job, okay, and they bust their ass off. They fucking bust their ass off, and they go to school, and they should be getting paid. These nurses out there, some of these nurses out there do more work than the doctors do, and they should get more money, and they're helping more people. Okay, there's a lots and lots of nice, good nurses, and even doctors out there. Okay, there are. Okay, so I'm sorry if you got that offended by that. That's not what I was going to say, because there are a lot of good nurses and doctors out there. Okay, and they went to school for a very, very, very long time and busted their ass off and had a lot of money paid for it. But then you got some of them out there that just think that because they have a college degree that they can just do what they want, and they're above everybody else. And then they look down on people that don't have a college degree, okay, that don't have a background in science or biology or anything like that, you know. That's what makes me disgusted, is the people like that think that they're better and think that they can just get away with things. Most times those are the people that have been spoiled and are wealthy and are, what are they called, nepo babies. Okay, nepo babies are not always celebrities, you guys. Nepo babies are people that everything's handed to them, and they're just like grandfathered in, and they just are out there because their parents have some kind of high ranking, okay? So this person possibly could be a Nepo baby, okay? Nepotism. So that could be why, okay? But it's going to come back and bite them in the ass, okay? They are not better than anybody else. They're not high ranking. They're not above the law. They're not going to be above the law, okay? Because they're going to have to deal with their damn karma. They're going to deal with their damn karma. And the people that they work with are not going to like it. So that's what I'm hearing. I just heard the people that they work with are not going to be happy about it because it makes them look bad too. Okay, if there's a law firm, whatever, it's going to make the whole law firm look bad. If it's officer, it's going to make the other officers look bad. You know, it's going to look like there's some kind of corruption, some kind of cover up. It's going to make other people look bad, and there's going to be people mad. There's going to be a lot of people mad. Some people may have to go testify against this person as well. I'm hearing the medic that screwed up. It was, there was a lot of chaos going on, but they're still going to be in trouble, okay? Because they should have been able to calm themselves down, and they should have been checking something out, okay? Because I am hearing something about a paramedic. They screwed up big time. They messed up, but, or a firefighter, but hey, there was so much chaos, so much going on that they should have just slowed down for a minute or asked somebody to help if they didn't have the answers or look, because now this could cost their career, this could cost their job, their license to practice, or, you know, to be an EMT or a firefighter, their dream job. Because I'm hearing EMT firefighters, their dream job is going to cost them because they made one mistake that, it was a huge mistake that could have killed somebody because they didn't follow something or didn't see something. So somebody, with this, whatever happened here, if there was drunk driving, someone could, that could be why they're still dealing with serious consequences, because someone could have ended up dying. Someone could end up dying, wow. And now they may have to live with it, they're going to have to live with it for the rest of their life, too. So I'm hearing possibly murder charge, or, what's the word, vehicular homicide. I'm hearing they should have, something was slowing down, looking at something as well. It should have been thought about. They were not thinking clearly. The officer that was trying to cover up a family member is going to have to do more time than the damn family member I just heard. Okay? So if the officer is trying to cover something up, the officer's going to end up having to do more time than their own family member, because they're the ones that broke the law. They're the ones that took an oath to protect. So there could be a judge that's going to give like a serious consequence to this officer that tried to cover something up to protect a family member, when they should have been protecting themselves. You know, one thing I heard, okay, I said this before too, but I feel like I need to say it now because of this. So I was driving to get, was it today or yesterday? Gosh, I don't remember if it was yesterday when I picked up church or when I picked up Tony. I heard on the radio, which is right, I've heard it, I've said it before. To protect ourselves, we end up hurting other people, okay? To protect ourselves, we end up hurting other people, and that's 100% true, okay? 100% true. And why I'm saying this is because if this officer did not want to get in trouble and go to jail or deal with this consequence, he or she should have protected themselves first instead of protecting the other person. What he or she did was try to protect the other person, and so it ended up hurting them, okay? So he or she should have just, you know, treated them just like they were a normal person, and like they were a civilian, you know, that they were just someone random, and, you know, gave them the ticket, the charge, whatever it was, instead of trying covering it up. Because instead, by them not protecting the officer not protecting themselves, or whoever's situation is going on, if they covered it up, by them not protecting themselves, they end up hurting themselves. Because now they are going to have to do the time. They have to do the consequence. Instead of, because they didn't want to hurt the other person, they didn't want the other person to get in trouble, they didn't want to be embarrassed, they didn't want people to find out, you know? So you got to look at it that way. And that's with all you guys, okay? If you're dealing with people, and if you need to protect yourself, protect yourself. You know, when you protect yourself, you're going to end up hurting people. You are. you are going to end up hurting people. I know I hurt a lot of people on my journey because I walked away from my family, friends, you know, I quit jobs, or one job, I quit a job, and I know that boss was really mad at me because I quit because he needed me, but I knew that I needed to protect myself from that job because I was only getting $10 an hour. I knew I could get more money, and I knew it wasn't right for me. Like for me, when I was just had a baby, and so I knew I hurt him, and I knew he was mad because I was the only person that worked for him, a housekeeper, because he had a small hotel and I was the only one. But I had to do what was best for me. I had to protect myself, protect me and my child, and you know, my family and stuff. So I had to hurt him. I had to let him down, say I can't work for you. I gave him 2 weeks notice, you know, I gave him 2 weeks notice and stuff. But I'm like, you're gonna have to find another housekeeper. I can't keep doing this for $10 an hour. You know, it hurt him, and he probably got set back, and he had to do his own work. But it was for my best interest, you know. So that's one thing you guys need to understand, is that when the time comes when something happens, you gotta protect yourself. You gotta make sure yourself is good first. Making sure that you have done everything you can to keep yourself safe and protected. And that's what this person should have done, or individual should have done. You know, especially if they're trying to cover something up, just not so that person didn't get embarrassed or found out or go to jail and stuff. They should protect themselves. Yeah, they're gonna be hurting. Yeah, they're gonna be mad, but that's on them. They fucked up. They messed up. They did what they did. Now you're gonna have to deal with this person. Have to deal with consequences for that person that was trying to cover something up. So just remember that. Remember that when you protect yourself, you're gonna end up hurting other people. Okay, but you need to protect yourself first and foremost. And those people need to protect themselves first, and they're gonna end up hurting people as well. So, yeah, because I just heard, okay, there's an officer that's going to be going away for several years. We'll have to be put in protective custody, too. I just heard, okay, we'll have to be put in protective custody. Because if they found out that he was a cop inside, he'll end up getting killed. I mean, I'm hearing he, so it's a he. It could be she. There's a judge that, whatever this court situation, there's a judge that does not like anyone that has some kind of authority, like, you know, like I said, protect to serve, or, you know, that has a license to practice or is helping other people. This judge does not like them breaking the rules or breaking the procedure. And so this judge is by the books. Okay, I'm hearing by the books, and is going to, you know, make sure that these individuals that messed up, fucked up, committed some kind of crime, covered something up or whatever, they're gonna get, you know, the full extent of their charge, okay? And they won't be able to work again. Again, like I said, disciplinary action, like go in front of a disciplinary committee. That's what they have to do. Go in front of a disciplinary committee, and they have all kinds of evidence. I'm hearing they have all kinds of evidence. Sorry if this message is like that, because I'm getting different situations here, okay? Different people, different situations. But if there's a paramedic, EMT, doctor, nurse, whatever, that's like the disciplinary thing. I don't know about a law firm, attorney, or whatever. Or even, maybe, I'm even hearing an officer could have to go in front of a disciplinary committee. And like, they're going to give them the evidence. They're going to show them the evidence, what they screwed up, what they did, what they have this evidence about them investigating them, looking into. So, okay, well, I hope this message helps you guys. So, just hopefully you're not the one that's going to have a serious consequence and not be able to have freedom, because someone's going to lose some freedom here. I love you guys. Love, peace, life, and namaste.